Hello everyone, welcome back to the Chinese poetry videos. The video has a long break during the Spring Festival of the pig year. During the time I visited my parents who lives in Xi'an City, where is the capital city of Tang dynasty. I spent a little time to have a little tour around of the capital city to visit the famous place where the Tang poetry is about. And today I will talk one of them, where the place where I visited as well. 题都城南庄. 都城, the capital city of the Tang dynasty. 南庄, the village in the south of the capital city. 题都户南庄, Cui Hu. 去年今日此门中，人面桃花相映红。人面不知何处去，桃花依旧笑春风。A very, very famous and very simple poem again. So all the great poems, famous poems, is simple. That's it. And these poems, from this poem we have the most popular words or phrase to describe a female beauty. 人面桃花. There is a story about this poem, not recorded in the official history book, but I believe it's a true story or very, very close to the true situation. Cui Hu, the poet, was a student who came to Xi'an City or Chang'an City to attend the imperial exam, try to get a position in the government. Anyhow, he failed the first exam and he felt so bad after the exam. So he went to the suburb of the Chang'an City to the south. The place is roughly in the middle between the South Mountain, the very famous South Mountain, Nanshan or Zhongnanshan, and the capital city. So roughly 50 kilometers south to the capital city and 50 kilometers north to the big, huge South Mountain, Zhongnanshan. And here is a valley which is called as Fanchuan, which is described as the most scenic place surround the capital city. And the rivers, the rice fields, the trees, the flowers, when it's springtime, it's the most beautiful place around capital city Chang'an. So Cui Hu, the poet, went there and have a tour just like me during this spring festival. He was a bit thirsty at the time, so he went into a village house to ask for some water, and he saw the beauty in the house. And that's all for this time. And 1 year later, he passed the exam, and it's also during the springtime. And he revisited this place, the house, again, because the beauty is always in his mind during the past year. And unfortunately, the house was empty. Nobody was in that house. So he just write down this poem on the door. So that's the title. 题 it means write down the articles, poems on the door or on the wall. So 都城南庄, that's the village in the south of the capital city, Chang'an. And it was believed this house was a little bit outside of the big town, Duqu. Duqu is the very prestigious Du family's town, and the famous poet Du Mu. We had several poems of Du Mu before. His tomb was several kilometers away from this place. So the real house was believed to be a little bit at the outskirts of this huge town, Duqu. So with all the story told, the poems is very easily understood and very simple. 去年今日此门中. So this is the recall. He recalled he visited this house last year, the same time. He in this door, he found a beauty, and 桃花 refers to the time out. They also describe to the environment, the surroundings. It's the springtime. The peach blossom very, very prosperously and very beautifully. And the beauty and the peach blossom, they enrich the scenic, the beauties to each other. It's hard to tell the beauty is more beautiful or the beach flowers blossom is more beautiful, but the two enrich each other, though they make each other more colorful, more pink, more red. So 相映红 means they two make each other more colorful, more redful. And the third sentence, the poet came back to the current situation. 人面不知何处去. So this refers to the revisited house. The house is empty. 人面, the face of the beauty. Here it refers to the beauty, not the face. So 人面不知何处去 means the beauty has gone, and I have no idea where she has gone. 桃花依旧笑春风. The peach blossom is laughing in the spring wind. So the third sentence is a little sadness. He's dreaming about this beauty for 1 year long, and now the beauty has gone, and he has no idea how to find her again. And the fourth sentence, it used the very happy and beautiful scenic to make a contrast to the feelings of the poet. 桃花依旧笑春风. The peach blossom still blossom very, very prosperous, very beauty. And the peach blossoms laughing in the wind of spring. It makes the atmosphere in a very light and delighted and very happy atmosphere. So the more happy of the peach blossom, the more sadness, sorrow of the feeling of the Cui Hu, the poet. A very simple poem, not much writing techniques associated, and some voices said there's too much redundant words in this poem. 人面桃花，人面不知何处去，桃花依旧笑春风. So it's a very, very short poems, but the 人面 and 桃花repeating several times make it redundant. Anyhow, the focal point of this poem, which makes it so famous, is the wording 人面桃花. So whenever I try to praise a beautiful girl, use the word 人面桃花. That's it, even today, in daily life. And also, it reflects the very common feeling of most of the people, which is 物是人非. 物 here refers to the house. The house is still there, still remains and keeps the same. And 人非 means the people change. In this poem, the beautiful girl has gone. She's not there anymore. So it reflects the common feelings of the people that the time changing and the people is changing all the time. So whenever you get a little aging, or you recall or review the past of some past time of yourself, of others, it's very easily to arouse the same feeling at this point. 人面桃花, the so wonderful moment, the so beautiful girls once the poet had, and now it's gone. And the house is still there. It's more make you thinking more about the people. So this is another contrast. It used the house, which never changes, to reflect the changing, or the status of the people is always changing. So normally people is not conscious about the changing of the person himself or others, but after a period of time, when he revisits some situation or the old place, that the place keeps the same, but the people is not the same anymore. So let's make an example. So everybody has take pictures. So you take the picture in the same place, but in maybe in 10 years. So the longer the gap is, the more contrast and the feelings you get that you are changing, or the people in the photos is changing so much, because the background, the surroundings, the place is still same. Peach flower is perhaps the most famous flowers in the Chinese literature, and the origin, the root, is from the Book of Songs, 桃夭, 桃之夭夭, 灼灼其华. So 桃之夭夭 is a idiom. So anybody who can read know this idiom, 桃之夭夭. And in this 桃夭, the book from the Book of Songs, 桃夭 means the peach flowers is blossom so prosperously, so beautifully. In these poems, it's used the peach flower to describe the best time of a girl. So he should spend the best time to get a marriage, and then he gave the birth to a child, and then he make the family very happy. So basically, that's the focal point of this poem in the Book of Songs. The reason could be the fact that the peach flowers is really a very good-looking flowers in the springtime, but there's so many good-looking and prosperous flowers like sakura, like plum flowers. But the main difference of the peach flower is the peach flowers will have a very, very big and abundant fruit, not other very beautiful flowers had. Normally, the more beautiful the flower is, the smaller or no seed or no fruit that kind of flower had. But peach flower or peach is totally different. The flower is so beautiful, so prosperous, and it also has such wonderful, richful fruit, very tasty. So I'm thinking about the peach fruit. So the Chinese borrowed the image or the idea of the peach and the peach flowers to use it to describe a very good or best girls or women's. It's not blossom in his youth time when she was a girl. The very, very beautiful, but also she would have a very, very good fruit, which means the sons, the daughters. That's another very, very fundamental concept to a Chinese family from the Zhou dynasty. So Tao Yao, the Book of Songs is a little unfamiliar to the majority of the Chinese peoples, but Tao Yao, Tao Zhi Yao Yao is very common. Almost everybody know this idiom or know these ideas. So the poem 题都城南庄人面桃花, he borrowed this basic concept 1,500 years ago, and he make his own wording on it, 人面桃花, and he make the 人面桃花 as a lasting word till today to describe a beauty. He's more focused on the beauty part, not the family values. But today, you know, the peach flowers, actually, it contains the concept of the family value, of the Chinese family value. The girl should be very beautiful, very in his youth time, and she should get a good marriage and give birth as many as she could to make the family big and prosperous. Cui Hu, the poet, has a very successful career. He was once the mayor of the capital city Chang'an, and later he was the head officer of South China. Anyhow, nobody know what his career looks like. What he make him remembered till today is this poem and the wording 人面桃花. He belonged to the late period of the Tang dynasty, so you can see from this poem is in the prosperous Tang and early Tang, the poem is all about the wars or the society or the peoples. And in the late Tang period, the poetry is more personally and more focused on the wordings, make them more complex and more sophisticated wordings. And this poem is unique because it insists on the very true feelings and simple wordings, and also the love and the 物是人非, the changing of the person is the very, very common feelings of each person. Okay, that's for this poem. So whenever you had a chance to go to Xi'an, find a little time to visit the place. Maybe not this place, because there's so much poems writing about Xi'an or the Chang'an city in the Tang dynasty, and try to find the place and try to feel the difference. 物是人非 and 人面桃花 for the beautiful girls. That's all for today, and bye-bye.